U.S. President Joe Biden not answering the question as he arrived for an official visit in Africa. Despite saying he would never do it, the president Sunday pardoned his son Hunter on federal gun and tax evasion charges, raising eyebrows from both political parties.
I abide by the jury decision. I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
But the president issued a full and unconditional pardon to protect Hunter from potential future legal charges, maintaining Hunter was targeted only because he was his son. Hunter's lawyer agrees.
But for Hunter Biden being the son of Joe Biden, he would have received the plea deal that he was offered, which were a couple of misdemeanors and no time.
Other experts don't agree.
This wasn't any different than any other criminal tax case that we work.
Incoming President-elect Donald Trump wasted no time in calling out Biden's about-face, writing on Truth Social, such an abuse and miscarriage of justice. Presidential pardons are common. Trump has said he may pardon the jailed January 6 insurrectionists, and in 2020 he pardoned his son-in-law's father, a convicted felon. Even some Democrats are suggesting this pardon could tarnish Biden's legacy. A gamble the 82-year-old president, who has already lost 2 children in his lifetime, was apparently willing to take. Jennifer Johnson.
When we make the news make sense, President Biden recently sparked blowback for pardoning his son Hunter on multiple federal charges.
How far does a presidential pardon reach, and who qualifies? Let's connect the dots. A presidential pardon allows the president to forgive certain crimes, but there are some limitations. It only applies to federal crimes, not state crimes. It also can't be used in cases of impeachment and must be issued while a president is in office. A pardon also doesn't erase a criminal record. It only forgives the crime and its legal consequences. President Biden's pardon for his son is unusual because it applies to both past and potential convictions. And such a broad pardon, especially for a close family member, is unusual in modern history. Critics say the pardon raises concerns about unequal treatment under the law. But supporters argue it's within the president's legal authority and that they've been used throughout history. And that
Developing news out of our nation's capital. President Joe Biden has pardoned his son, Hunter Biden, on federal felony gun and tax convictions. It comes after the president repeatedly said he would not grant his son clemency. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Cecil Hannibal. A senior White House official says the president made the decision to pardon his son over the weekend. It comes weeks before Hunter Biden was set to receive his punishment after his conviction in the gun case and guilty plea on tax charges. The president's pardon is expected to cover the gun charges, conviction, and guilty plea. President Biden issued a statement reading in part, "No reasonable person who looks at the facts of Hunter's case can reach any other conclusion than Hunter was singled out not only because he was my son, and that is wrong." Hunter Biden also reacting tonight saying, "I will never take the clemency I have been given today for granted and will devote the life I have rebuilt to helping those who are still sick and suffering." And President-elect Trump taking to Truth Social tonight, writing, "Does the pardon given by Joe to Hunter include the J6 hostages who have been in prison for years? Such an abuse of power and miscarriage of justice." Well, I spoke to a political historian about the timing of the president's decision coming after the presidential election.
If he had made this type of an announcement during the election, while either he was running for re-election or whether Kamala Harris was the candidate for the Democrats, it would have dominated the news cycle, would have been extremely controversial, and of course would have taken the campaign off its game and its message for several days.
We'll continue to follow the latest on President Biden's decision to pardon Hunter Biden and the reaction that continues to pour.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73, verse 5. "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Kol holayim la al-banawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakat Kodash." Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Psalms 73, verse 5. "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." And this is a prime example of an Edomite, a so-called self-proclaimed white person, committing all types of crimes, felonies, criminal acts, mischief, doing all types of wicked, treacherous things upon the earth. And, just getting a pardon by their father, by, daddy, basically making sure that they're going to be A-okay. And, also, too, this is also something that we are not surprised. We really called it through the spirit without even saying it until it happened. And, we all figured that this was going to be done, man. We come on now. We knew that, Jim Crow Joe, I ain't playing with you niggas, Biden was going to pardon his son. And it's crazy because Jim Crow Joe Biden is the same dude that made all these laws to give you these harsh, grievous judgments and punishments in the judicial system against you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians, okay, since back in the 90s, okay, especially the 3 strikes and you're out, dealing with manufactured, whipped up, baby powder. I'll just say it like that to be, not direct, but y'all should know what I'm saying. It's the same guy that, wanted to fight crime, but, he really didn't contradict himself because he actually said in which brothers probably have done videos on those clips where he's in the Senate, giving up his speech about it. It's not for their kind, their people. It's for, mainly you Israelites. Those laws are basically manifested and, given credence for you Jakes, man. Okay, so Psalm 73, verse 5 again. They are not in trouble as other men. And we all seen the tapes, the documentations, and we all heard about the evidence and the, what he was being persecuted for and what he did and what he has done. And what, we seen the evidence, man. Everybody's seen the videos, man. This dude weighing out cocaine, getting top, doing all types of crazy stuff, man. And whoever, Salaki, whoever was that dude's dealer, man, was making a hell of some money, man. But we all seen the evidence, man, that this dude was beyond guilty. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So they're not persecuted or they're not going through torment, living in a hellish condition like we are. Okay, and again, we all knew that this was going to come about, that he was going to pardon his son, man. We all knew that, man. Like, if you truly believe that Jim Crow Joe, I ain't playing with you niggas, Biden, was really going to let his son, go to federal court with these federal charges and he not pardon him, like, come on, man. Be serious, man. Be serious. Okay, let's be serious, man. Okay, but you know what? Let's continue. I'll grab 2 more precepts. I ain't going to dig too deep into this. I'm going to just grab 2 more precepts. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, I believe. And I'm going to read verse 1. Righteous art thou, O Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, when I plead with thee, yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore do the way of the wicked prosper? Okay, wherefore doth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal treacherously? And, we see it, man, because the wicked, they are prospering in every endeavor in life. As we just read, they're not persecuted or plagued like other men. They have no troubles because, you know why? This is their rulership. This is their kingdom. Their judgment, okay, will be at hand in the kingdom. And as a matter of fact, their judgment is already, being stirred up, being brought forth. They're being exposed, okay, that their history is becoming shameful to them and amongst other things too, okay? But, they're going to prosper in their rulership. It's because it is their time to rule. So, and it's all that we realize that we're here for punishment and judgment. And, we understand now that we have been activated and awoken to the truth that we know why we go through what we go through, and we know why the wicked prosper and elevate in society and continue to have no worries, to have no concerns. Okay, we know it and we see it for what it is. All right, first and foremost. And secondly, man, their judgment, their punishment is going to be it's going to be above and beyond than that they can imagine, man. So it's only a matter of time, and that's why we have to patiently suffer and wait for the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so they're going to continue to prosper until the Lord brings them down, man. And again, we're not surprised, we're not amazed, we're not shocked that Hunter Biden was pardoned by his daddy. You know, daddy came in and saved the day. We're not surprised, man. We told you these doubles, you know, who they are and what they about, man. Jeremiah 12, verse 1. Righteous art thou, O Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, when I plead with thee, yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore doth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? And again, the laws that are written in this man's society, in this man's judicial system, is only made that way for you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. It's not made for them. Okay, you see, you have seen cops and other platforms on television of how these Edomites act towards one another when they're pulled over. You know, a prime example, how Mike Epps said, you know, when they get pulled over, there's two car doors shutting, the cops and theirs. And what is the first thing they say to the police? Why the fuck did you pull me over? Okay, even just like Martin Lawrence said when the police asked him, you know, when the police tell him, you was speeding, he said, yeah, I know, fuck, I was in a goddamn rush. You know, we know what it is, but 2/3 of our people don't know what it is, man. And that's why, again, we're not shocked, we're not amazed. And again, also too, when you watch cops on TV, and when you also see interactions, whether it be on numerous social media platforms, you see how the cops interact with Edomites, and you see how the cops interact with Jake. Okay, the judicial system, the law, okay, the DOD, Department of Defense, all these alphabet groups that were made by the government of the Edomites were made against you, not them, and against the other heathen, to keep them in rulership, and also to remind you other heathens who's in charge of the world, man. Okay, let's grab this last precept, because we're not surprised that Hunter Biden, okay, which is a fucking criminal, just like every other Edomite, is walking out the courthouse scot-free with a smile on his face. And he also said too that he's gonna take this mercy, roughly paraphrasing, that he has been given by daddy to help the sick. Man, that nigga ain't helping nobody but himself. Okay, when Jim Crow Joe, I ain't playing with you niggas, Biden signed that pardon, that motherfucker went and got high as shit. And party, got some more prostitutes. I bet you he did. No, he gonna be slicker about what he do. He gonna be more accurate and more precise and more deceitful and sneaky in his endeavors. This is the book of Psalm 73, verse 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Okay, behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And the main riches in the world is not no goddamn Federal Reserve notes. Okay, the real riches is first and foremost gold and silver and the resources of the earth. Your cattle, your land. Okay, again, the resources of salt, the the stuff that you benefit from the earth, man. I can't think of the other thing that I can't. The wine, the corn, etc. The resources, man. Those are the true riches of the earth, man. To have control of the agriculture. okay, and what the earth brings forth, okay? But these people, the Edomites, the Hebrew Edomites, the so-called self-proclaimed white nation, which call themselves Caucasian, are the ungodly, the wicked, okay? And though they're stacking up riches for the last days, they shall vomit them up. So, yes, they are not in trouble. They are not plagued. They are not condemned. They are not judged right now. But in the very near future, they shall suffer for everything that they have produced, everything that they have brought forth, everything that they have done, and everything that they continue to do. Okay? So, hey, man, you know, these things are supposed to occur. These things are supposed to be done. But trust and believe in our kingdom, it's only going to be righteousness. And everything that's going to be done in righteousness will be well overdue. So we not surprised that Jim Crow Joe, I ain't playing with you niggas Biden, pardon Hunter Biden, so he wouldn't have to go serve any time in Big Daddy prison in the federal penitentiary, which I believe that's what his charges were. I believe his charges was federal. But you know, these people are hypocrites, man. Okay, because again, Joe Biden made all those laws back in the 90s until now to make sure you niggas serve time, free labor, free slave labor in jail, penitentiary, federal, all that. He applied that to our nation, not to his, man. Very hypocritical, man, because he's supposed to be about bringing justice. Okay, getting the criminals off the street, which his son is a fucking criminal. I don't want Ratazah. I hope and I pray that this is edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Kol Holayim La, Abanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakat Kodash, Watha Wada, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakat Kodash, for putting the spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you to the power and spirit and words of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. Out of one Ratazah into the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.